Have you ever seen a movie that you know within 10 seconds you're going to have to tell everyone you know about it?
We have them now! Onward!
I'm in. Sorceress is a 1982 movie ghost-produced by Roger Corman and directed by Jack Hill, frequent director of Pam Grier. Corman wanted a movie to cash in on the success of Conan the Barbarian, and Hill wanted to make a movie about twin girls inspired by the Corsican brothers, a story by Alexandre Dumas about twins who can feel each other's pain. The movie was unsurprisingly low budget and plagued with difficulties, from last-minute filming locations to difficulties with rain and fire, and a film lot exploding. Was the Odyssey worth it? Let's take a look and find out. This is Sorceress. The movie starts out with music recycled from James Horner's Battle Beyond the Stars theme, so that sets a good tone for the rest of the movie. We meet our villain, Trigon, and whoever is dubbing his voice.
Onward!
The entire movie was, quote, dubbed in by amateurs and office employees. Some better than others.
I will show you.
This is more evident in the next scene.
If you run now, we could perhaps hold them long enough.
Sadly for the fleeing party, they are no match for the inspirations for Frodo and Samwise Gamgee's orc disguises. And Trigon reveals that the baby is his child, whom he plans to sacrifice to a god. But what's this? There is another child! The mother refuses to tell which child came first, so Trigon unleashes the Claw.
No one can stop the claw!
She calls out for Crona, but to no avail until... Here comes Crona, not the DC version of Thanos, but rather hippie Stannis Baratheon, with the power of rewind. Right in time for an epic wizard showdown! Oh, god damn it! But since we've only been going for 6 minutes, this is just his first life, and he will return. The dying mother entrusts her twins to Crona, who says he will raise them as great warriors.
They are girl children.
For some reason, the man-wizard continues to call them girl children.
Girl children are the sport you gods have with us mortals.
And gives them the power to be as one, and uploads fighting skills.
I know Kung Fu.
Immediately after realizing he knows nothing of girl children, Crona immediately ditches them at a peasant's house, and gives them a warning.
But they will be looking for girl children, so no one must know they're girls.
But all is not well, as the forces of Heck have gathered. That goddamn Carol Baskin! Yes, I see it too. Did I mention the shoestring budget? This is the princess, and if you think her outfit leaves much to be desired, just you wait. She announces it has been 20 years since Trigon died, and this is the best she could manage in those 20 years. But it's Resurrection Night! Trigon has no time for boobs, and sends his men off to find the girl children.
Find the two who are one.
Who have become girl women. Unsurprisingly, the first time we meet Mara and Mira, they're nude. It's then that something horrible shows up.
What sort of creature is that? I don't know. He seems friendly, though. Hi there. Want to come in for a swim?
Fun fact, this role was written with Sid Haig in mind, who had worked with director Jack Hill on a number of movies, but was too expensive. Yes, Sid Haig was too expensive. So... Meanwhile, since it's a fantasy movie, 3 guesses as to what is happening to the family that took the girl children in. The soldiers find weapons, but Libertarian Dad doesn't back down.
A man has a right to defend his home.
But Sharkhead has an ulterior motive.
We seek the two who are one. You've been hiding them. Give them up. Now!
And apparently a kidney stone. But the quiver-happy guards fire, and the fight is on! It was at this point that I realized I'd seen this movie before, or rather, parts of it. Scenes from this movie and 1983's Deathstalker were reused in 1985's Wizards of the Lost Kingdom, which I wore out on VHS when I was younger.
You must hurry. The power of good is fading.
It's Shirka's soldiers.
Where's the boy? Give him to us!
From what I remember, there was significantly less boobage. Predictably, nunchucks are no match for arrows. From my cold, dead hands! But here come the girl adults with weaponized gender roles. They parry arrows, catch arrows, and fire arrows without drawing them. But no time for mourning. Jim Lee and Saturday Night Live era Jim Brewer make their way into the plot.
That was a bit of fighting worthy of the god.
And now the 2 who are as 1 are the 4 who are as 3.
Let's join forces.
Just in time for Moses to appear.
Who are you?
It's Krona, with 20 years of beard growth. He delivers exposition and gives them the ultimate weapon.
When all seems lost, use the name.
The name?
Vital. Remember. Vital.
Vital.
No, Vitan.
Vital.
I said Vitan.
Vital.
Screw it. Cannot cope. Off to fire. Later, at the world we would have if PETA had their way, we meet our permed male lead, Ehrlich, which, coincidentally, is my Starbucks name. And he's heroically cheating at dice against Vidinho from Puma Man.
I'm a wood sprite.
But he's heroic and charming otherwise. Right?
Arf!
Fight time! And Ehrlich escapes through the boobs. Luckily, the assailants have been trained to fight wrong as a joke. Meanwhile, the least perceptive men in history discover that the women adults are not men adults.
The perfect disguise.
But you're girls.
Girls? What do you mean?
Then again, this world might be on a different level.
I mean, you're not boys.
To prevent this from turning into outright porn, half hour early, Baldar white knights them.
They're under my protection, lad.
They seemed well enough able to protect themselves a while ago.
Which is true, but since this is a fantasy movie in the 80s, how long before the badass warrior women become damsels in distress? If you said 90 seconds, congratulations! Luckily, the pervy goat is there to get help. Meanwhile, the villains are asking the hard questions.
Now, one last time. Which of you is the firstborn?
The evil princess looks on while wearing a giant bottle opener on her head. Luckily for the bad guys, the princess gives them a medieval Maury Povich test, and we are finally able to tell the twins apart. For now. But the villain's success is short-lived as they are immediately rescued! And then one of them is immediately captured again! A group of guerrillas led by the princess's chief servant make off with the firstborn after releasing their secret laughing gas. It's worth noting that this character's name is
Who knew?
And thankfully we were spared this exchange. We found the 2 who were as 1. Excellent! Which one of my men knew the location? Who knew? Yes, that is what I'm asking you. Which man? Who knew? Tell me, who was it who knew? Correct. Look, someone knew where the 2 who were as 1 were. Yes. And led a daring attack to recover them. Yes. So who was it who knew? Yes. You mean to tell me you don't know who found the women? No, you don't know who is my panther. The one who was formerly 2 who was 1 does not take well to captivity, but Trigon has a twist up his sleeve.
Listen, my child. I am your father.
My father?
Join me, and we shall rule the Swingers Motel on 17th Street as father and girl daughter! And Ehrlich, who has killed multiple men, is sentenced to death for the greatest crime of all.
What is that? Dice?
Yes, master. They are weighted.
He must be executed. Kinkily. But he's saved from his fate because he's a long-lost heir to an ancient family.
Yes. Have him released, Krakenon.
Meanwhile, Mira is getting a vision, because she and Mara see and feel whatever the other sees and feels. Spoilers, you know exactly where this is going.
Trust me. Trust me.
The princess attempts to seduce Erlich while dressed in an outfit made out of Mardi Gras beads and a dagger.
I want a man. A real man beside me who can wrest the great power from Tragon and dispose of him.
But whose side is she on? So Erlich and Mara start banging while bewitched for sacrificial reasons. And we cut to Mira for a scene that goes way too long.
I don't know. I feel kind of strange.
Trigon celebrates in a non sequitur manner. But he celebrates too soon, because the rescue party is here! And the rescue party is done. And Trigon Shang Tsungs them.
Fatality.
But Trigon cockblocks who knew?
Filthy beast! I have no time for your disgusting desires now.
So he's a good guy now. But first, a drum circle. Mira and Baldur wake up in the crypts of Winterfell, and the script just gives up.
We'll find a way out of here somehow.
Yes. Somehow.
And Trigon enters stage 37 of his evil plan.
Bring the sacrificial virgins!
Just in time for the newly good terrible Halloween costume to find the already good Halloween costume, being danced around by the best interpretive dance troupe $14 can buy. He gives Pando the sword, who rallies the local village to apathetically jog into battle. But he is too late, because the sacrifice has entered Phase 52! Which means things are not looking good for our easily dispatched heroes. Though the actors may be over it by this point.
They can't be real.
How is it that this looks better than the Battle of Winterfell? But just when all seems lost, it is time to unleash the word!
Vital!
That's not his name.
Vital! Vital!
Luckily, Vital is also the name of a... Oh my god, what the... You know what? Sure, why not? Trigon's plans are easily thwarted as his sacrifice fights free. But he has a backup plan.
I give you another almighty one! A princess! Take her, then!
And he summons Drag Race Harvey Dent, who proceeds to indiscriminately blow up his men. You get what you sacrifice for. The battle rages on. Bloodlust! Yay! When the undead army arises, with only one thing on their mind.
Been buried 1,000 years, you know?
High five sex crime? Finally, it is time. The moment this movie has been building to. God versus God. Vital versus Kalgara! We may have been let down by Trigon versus Krona, but this will make... Oh. That's it? Cool. But what's this? Reinforcements have arrived. The day is saved.
Rise the ruin and the world ends!
But what of Trigon? Can Erlich beat the mighty Krakenon? Yes. But can he beat evil Moses? Note the person holding the snake at the other end. Time for Trigon to show his full power. Or not. I really shouldn't be surprised at this point. The day is saved, evil has been vanquished, and the movie ends with some wise words from Tommy Dreamer.
I'll take them both on hardcore!
Despite everything we've just seen, Sorceress turned a sizable profit, making $4 million off a budget of $500,000. But unfortunately, the shooting process and Corman's restrictions were so unpleasant that the director took his name off the movie and never directed a motion picture again. But is it truly that bad? Yeah. But is it enjoyable and worth a watch? Oh, yes. This is a movie that will stick with you for years to come, and will leave you asking questions like, what exactly was Trigon's endgame? Could Sid Haig have brought much-needed pathos to the character of Pando? And why the hell is this movie called Sorceress?
Do you want to explain?
No. You tell them. You're much wiser than I.
If only there was someone who knew. Thank you so much for sticking through it to the end. Blessings of Vitan upon you. If you enjoyed, please leave a comment or hit that like button. And if you want to catch the next episode, be sure to click that subscribe button. Take care and stay safe, everyone. And happy hunting through the depths of Amazon.